And people probably think I'm more the hard ass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right?
I know.
And
Well,
why
you have that look.
Right.
You look like the tough one.
Yeah. And so who's the tough one really? Who really runs, who's really captain of the ship in here?
Oh, it's me.
Yeah. And all the girls know it. All the artists know it. Livia, are you laughing back there?
She's laughing. Because she knows too.
Right. And I'm the one, and I'm more vocal. I'm more like, oh, right. I come in all crazy.
Right. And I'm like, Teryn, no.
Yeah. And, but Olivia knows. I mean, everybody knows, even though I can be louder and, my voice can go up and I can be more dramatic.
Yes, I want your way. Yeah.
And want my way and this and that and the other. I think every single person knows I'm the softie.
Oh, well, no, if they don't, they know now.
Yeah.
That's why they try to email you first.
Yeah. I just am, but
that's okay. But you need balance. If we were both softies, it wouldn't balance.
It wouldn't balance. You're right. So you are more firm. You stick to your guns. Better, and I can waffle a little bit, and I start feeling bad. And
I'm like, Teryn.
Yeah, I waffle a little bit. My boundaries aren't as strong and set as firmly as yours, but I have gotten better. Wouldn't you say I've gotten better over the years? Right,
definitely.
Right.
And I've softened a little bit. Over the years too. So
so
balance.
It is balance. For sure. I think even in our personal relationships, some people think, looking at you, you're feminine and girly.
Yeah,
and
right.
I'm more tomboy and, I'm tattooed and whatnot. They think that I'm the dominant one in our relationship.
There is such a thing still.
If there is, well, I think that there is, don't you? I think in all relationships there's a personality. It's not just like a lesbian or a gay thing. I think in most relationships there's a more dominant personality and a less dominant personality. And then in some relations, maybe both are equally as dominant.
Right. And that might be a problem too. I think
that might be a problem. It could cause more arguments or, or stuff like that. And then probably in some relationships there's
two softies, and that could
two
be a problem.
softies or equally like submissive, people. But you and I are, balanced. You're definitely the more dominant. Actually, when people say that I'm the more dominant one, they think I'm the more dominant. You laugh.
I laugh. And you laugh too.
I know. It's like, no.
It's funny.
I know, but
it's okay. It's all good. It's what works for us.
Yeah, though. But you're not controlling at home. Some things you are. You don't like me unloading the dishwasher.
That's true. Yeah, you don't do it right.
Well, but I think I do it right. I mean, how complicated is to load a fucking dishwasher?
I'm like an expert at it. Yeah.
You just put dirty dishes in the dishwasher, close the door.
Oh, but I get way more in there.
Well, I know, and so, so some things you are a little controlling. You are.
That's okay. Yeah, I admit it. Yes.
Yeah, but when it comes to important things, financial decisions, money,
together.
Things like that. We there's not a more dominant. There's not a more this. We decide that together. Mm-hmm. So, and I think that's really important in a relationship. It's for our relationship.
Yes.
Some people might like their partner taking the reins and making all the decisions financially. Well, but I don't.
And I've heard that a lot.
Yeah, and that's
a lot
okay.
Of women like that. They're in control in their business, but at home they don't want to be in control.
Right. No.
Actually, we have police officer friends that have mentioned that to us.
Laura and Rochelle.
Right, they're control at work, but
I think that's more Laura.
Right.
I think I see Rochelle. Okay, Rochelle is.
They're both badasses.
They're both badass, but Rochelle is, she's a Metropolitan Police officer. But when we go quadding, because we're quadders, she's trail boss. Mm-hmm. And at home, when you watch her with Mike, she kind of more. She tries.
I don't know.
Yeah, she seems to be, or she tries to be.
Right. I don't know. Yeah.
I think it's just in her nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think Laura's the one more who, because she's a officer as well. Detective now, going for sergeant.
Yes.
She in her personal life, I don't think she wants to be that. She wants to be less. So yeah, I'm gonna have them on the podcast one day. They'll
be so interesting.
Yeah, no, they will be interesting. So let's get back to you and I. Okay. So some of the key things. Let's just mention. So one thing we kind of got out there is you can start your company You can go after your dream, and you don't need a lot of money.
Right.
You just got to be strategic. You got to be okay with not having everything you want at once.
Right.
And maybe not having the best, you know what I mean? Like, yes, we wanted more than LI Pigments to launch the store with, but we really couldn't afford that. Right. So being okay with that, like, walking before you running, being okay, opening up, maybe smaller than you're dreaming of, right?
Right, for sure.
Taking baby steps.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady, right? This, the old cliche, this is not a race. It's a marathon, right? And you don't want to, and I really do believe it, and we have seen it in PMU. We have seen some artists hit the scene, get big fast.
Huge, yes.
And they are now no longer anywhere on the radar. So I do, for me, that saying, those that rise quickly fall quickly, for me, that's true. So we've always been careful to walk before we run, plan everything out, start small, slowly build, and because you can definitely get overwhelmed.
Right.
Get overwhelmed, exhausted, stressed out, and whatnot. And that's not and when you're not enjoying running your company.
Yeah, because stress can be really difficult.
Very, very difficult. Especially when you work together.
Oh, yeah.
You and I are here at the company all day long, and then we go home together. And so we had to set rules for our relationship.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Because we do go through periods. I mean, just to be honest.
Yeah.
We've been married together for 17 years. We are married. And we have gone through periods where we are all work.
Right.
We lost the romantic part of our relationship. Not the best friend, not the respect, not the love, not the in love.
Right.
But we've lost the romantic. We lost, we're not lovers anymore, I guess is a great way to put it, right?
Right.
We're best friends and business partners. And that's something you and I have had to first acknowledge when it first happened. And we were both...
Because the business is all consuming.
The business is all consuming.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially me. I think I'm worse at it. I think I'm more consumed with it.
Than I am.
Than
not
you
that
are.
I'm not, but yes.
Right.
Because I worry just as much as you do. But yes, just different.
Yeah. So we've had to, and I know there's a lot of married couples that either are in business together or want to start a business together. And these are things that that you have to think about and you have to take into consideration. Can you spend...
I think it happens a lot of time too that people do this and it ends up ruining their relationship.
Yeah. Can you turn your mic to be more towards your mouth? Yeah, there you
There
go.
we
Yeah, it can ruin their relationship. But you and I had those conversations, because we were like, I don't know. I mean, when you and I met, we knew we were lifers, right? I had dated a lot, and, you had done your dating. We had gotten that all out of our system. And we were both, I think, looking for love. We were in a place where we were, maybe me not so much. I think you just kind of smacked me in the head. And I just like,
right.
we
were already friends.
We were.
So,
but we had talked about working together. What's it going to be like? I mean, because up until we worked together, we were apart 8-9 hours a day, got that time to miss each other, and come home. And you would, hey, I'm just going to put out there, you used to come home in that Venetian cocktail waitress outfit. And that was a pretty sexy outfit.
especially back then.
Especially back then. I mean, that was my favorite part about you working at the Venetian. It was like watching you, go out the door in that outfit every night, come home in that outfit every night, And so, there's there's that time during the day where you miss each other. And then you come home at night and it's really great to see each other and you kiss and you have dinner and your glass of wine, whatever your nighttime routine is. And then we lost that, right? That's gone now.
Right.
Now we went from that to, I don't get to see you in your Venetian outfit anymore.
I think I dress pretty good.
No, you do. You still dress sexy. And your dress is very sexy today, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
But driving to work, getting up in the morning, driving to work, being at the studio all day together, driving home together, we're home at night together, right? And which is great. I love it.
Right.
Right? I love it.
You're not complaining.
No, not at all. I've never complained once about it because there's nothing to complain about. I could be with you 24/7. I don't like to be without you. Anyway, you know that. But it's easy to stay in work mode.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So what did we do? We have date nights.
Yes. So that's what we had to incorporate, date nights. And on the calendar,
Yes.
we scheduled date nights.
That's literal.
Yeah. We
Go have a nice dinner.
Yeah.
Well, before all this happened, we'd go see concerts. We
Yeah.
really love that.
COVID.
Yeah.
But what did we do during COVID?
Oh, we had romantic dinners in the backyard.
Yes, we
Yeah,
did. I
good.
posted a couple of them.
Yeah.
And our anniversary happened to be during COVID. And we happened to have like a little casita where my dad comes and stays in the winter. And of course, he didn't come 2020 because of COVID. And so our anniversary,
Right.
what did you do?
I surprised you.
Yes.
And I had a beautiful dinner set up with rose petals and 3 courses, and it was just beautiful. And we had our dinner in the casita.
Yes, we did. We had a romantic evening and anniversary date in the casita. And it felt like we were in a hotel room. It felt...
I know. And then no dogs in there. So.
And no dogs. We locked the dogs.
We have 3 dogs.
In the house. Yeah. Well, because if we don't lock the puppies up, they want to be up all our dizzle.
Right.
And it's hard to be,
Romantic,
romantic, sexy with the dogs. Especially Samson.
I know.
Especially little
You should
Samson.
have him on the next podcast.
I know. He's a cutie patootie.